You're alive. Oh, man. Let's see what happens. Oh, my God. Nah. Nope. I have somebody. I do have somebody. Yeah, I got abducted by aliens. They want to tell me you need to show your tits. With the poor Jews here. I don't know. That's like, I don't think all Jewish people are bad. It's like they always focus on the Zionist Jews is the one that people don't like, you know. I'm not religious. I don't care about religion. I hate religion. So me and religion don't mix. It's like I think the world is older than what it is. That's how I look at it. The world is this world is like in a trillion years. It's like trillion years old, you know? But what my life philosophy is. It's like I have a way I look at my life is, you know, my life has been a torture chamber. That's how I look at my life. I live in a torture chamber of life, you know, and I feel like I'm stuck here, and I can't. It's like I can't go nowhere, and It's like nobody really. It's like I have no freedom. I can't just walk. I can't just go anywhere, you know. It's like I'm just stuck, you know. My life's full. I don't believe in money, you know. I don't believe money. I think money is the creator of all problems, you know. I think greed is the creator of all problems. I believe that, you know, people have big, huge, selfish ego, you know, who loves the believe that paper money is real. You know, they think paper is the whole. Paper revolves around everything revolves around a piece of paper. You know, people, it's like it's weird that people are so obsessed with paper. You know, and now it's going to be electronics, and everybody's going to be obsessed with the imaginary piece of paper. It's like life to me is, I don't know. You call hell life. That's how I see. You call this hell life. You know, what's the motivation to work without money? And if it's nobody, so what's the motivation of being a slave? What's the motivation of being a slave to money? That's another question. A question for a question. Why do you motivate people to be a slave to money? Why do you force people to not be who they are? You know, but not who they want to be. You know, why do you force people to be something that they're not? You know, that's what money does. Money forces people to be something that they're not, and they struggle every fucking day. You know, and then you can't enjoy life. How if you talk about enjoying life, you know, how do you enjoy life if you're struggling every fucking day? You know, yeah, I'm still alive. Yeah, it's just yeah, I'm just saying, you know, it's like how could you enjoy life if you so reliant on a piece of paper and in a shiny piece of rock? Money is slavery. Money is God. Money is the true meaning of God. That's how I look at money. Money is like a god, and people worship it. You know, yeah. I didn't want to say goodbye like that. I didn't want to hang up that way. So, yeah, yeah. I look at money as a god. It's another form of being a god. That's how I look at money. You know, you got to realize that money is the one. Money plays God on humanity's life. Money is slavery. Yeah, money. It's like I realize that people who controls the money are the true gods of everything in life. People who have control of money, people who are paying paychecks are the true gods because they like to act like a god. You know, who will produce everything for free. Well, for me, if you love doing something, you do it for free. If you really love doing something and you love it so much, then you would do it for free. But only a person who believes in money would not do it for free. So that means there's no love in it. You don't have any love if you're doing it for money. So you're basically enslaving people because you think money is the whole reason of life. In real life, if you really love, like somebody loves to paint a painting, you know, who just loves it. People who love building a building, making a house. There's a difference between a money person and a person who will do it for free. There is a big difference because there's more compassion compared to a guy who'll build a house. There is no compassion when a guy who believes in money. Money is not a motivation for in rewards. Why do you need to reward people? It's like giving a dog a bone. It's like telling a dog to sit. If you don't sit, I won't give you a bone. That's your translation of how I look at it. This is how I break it down. It's like, yeah, you're telling a dog to sit, and if the dog don't sit, you punish it. As simple as that. It's so stupid. You rather force a dog to sit. You rather force a dog to sit, and then you give him a cookie. That's what you're telling me. You know. So there's no love into that. You really don't love that dog. You hate that dog because it didn't want to sit. Basically, money create people to be robots. Actually, the people who have a motivation with money create robots. People become robots because they have a production. When you produce something, you're not really human. You don't have no compassion. You're not supposed to have in business in a business reality. You're not supposed to have compassion. You're not supposed to have friends, and it's all about saving money. If you save money, then you have a problem. You have a problem because people then it's about motivation. And it's like it's so weird how money is so manipulated that we believe in it. Is a dog is the best. Training a dog and comparing business and training a dog, they're exactly the same. That's how I look at it. You know, you gotta be obedient. To just like a business, you have to be obedient. You have to sit down. You have to roll over, just like a dog. That's how I compare business and a dog. For training a dog. You gotta kiss ass. But only thing difference between a dog and a business. A dog has real compassion. A business, they don't have no compassion. They're just mindless. All they care about is trying to make the cheapest product. That's all they care about. All they care about is making the cheapest product, and they don't and they're trying to save money and to make profit. You know, and you have to let go of workers too. You have to let go of them. So where's the compassion in that when you let go of workers? When you fire a worker, where's the compassion of that? Where's the love for that? So yeah, there's a difference between me and you. Free. Free is when you really love to do something that you really love. And then and you could still have the motivation to do it because you're doing it for free. Because it's a different type of motivation compared to a person who forces you to do motivation. You want to create a false reality that people that don't really want to be what they want to be. People don't want to be what they want to be in this fucking stupid false reality that we live in. Yeah, it's people really don't care. I don't. It's like I don't care about isms. I hate isms. Anything that has isms, you can fuck off. I don't even want isms. It's like it's really fucking stupid how it is because it's like all the products that I see. It's all about it's not about the people. You know, I look at capitalism. It's not about people at all. It's all about them. It's all about the people on top. That's what it all comes down to. Capitalism, it doesn't matter. All isms is always the people on top. It's always them that we have to rely on. It's not about us. There's one thing that humanity has forgot is about us. What happened to us? Where did us go? Why is it always have to be the person on the one? Why do we have to focus on one person why do we have to rely on one person? Why do we have to give all the responsibility to one person? Why can't we all take the responsibility for ourselves? It's like it's like I have this thing. I can't stand leaders. I think leaders are the failure of this. That's why I think this planet is failing because we have leaders. They're leading us. They're not leading us anywhere. They're leading us to our own. We're committing suicide. I don't care. I think businesses is bullshit too. I don't believe in business. I don't believe there should be businesses on this fucking planet. I believe that everybody should be a collective and live one with each other and work with each other for a change instead of fucking being backstabbers. Because business people are born backstabbers. That's all they are. They con you. Their leaderships, they all con. Yeah, that's all we do is leaders are leading us to commit suicide. That's all they're doing. Business people are committing suicide with us. They produce too much. You produce too much. You want too much. It's always about appointments. That's all I see. It's all about appointments. It's all about. It's like I don't see compassion. I don't see love. I don't see nothing. There's no compassion in in business and in any ism, anything that has to do with isms. There's no compassion. It's always about the one on top. It always comes to that point. No one. It's like no one cares. Really cares. It's like your health, even the health that we get. We don't. No one cares either because we have to rely on people in business. I have to rely on people in business to get my health care. If I don't work, I can get health care. Because it's weird. If I don't have a job, then I have to go collect unemployment, and then I can use the health care from there. But it'll be the minimum. So there is no compassion. You don't have no love for nothing. It's like we forgot how to be human. Humans forgot how to be humans because we're so obsessive with business. And people who believe that business is the whole way of life and money is the motivation. So we forgot to be human because we're so obsessive to money. Money has made us numb. Money made us so numb we forgot who we are, as human beings. We lost it. We're so obsessive because we're not humans anymore. I'm not a human being anymore because I worked my ass off for 25 years driving a truck. I'm not human. I don't have feelings. I don't have feelings for the next person. I don't have feelings for anything. I just lost it. You know? No, that's not true. Motivation. Why do you believe that people need to be motivated? People can be automatically motivated themselves without using business, without you guys, you know? Motivation. You always believe that everything in life should be motivated, you know? I believe in natural. Everything happens naturally. Humans do things naturally the way they feel. Some humans don't want to fucking work. Some humans do not want to fucking work. Who cares if they're lazy? Who gives a fuck if they're lazy? You know, if they don't want to work, they don't work. It's their life. You can't tell people what to do with their life. Basically, that's what you're saying. You're forcing people to be a slave. You're forcing them to do something that they want to do. It's like there'll be a point where they will want to do something, then they'll realize they're bored. Yeah, there will be a point they will be bored. Yeah, but they don't have to do it. They don't have to do it 8 hours a day, 24, 8 hours a day, 8 to 10 hours a day. They don't have to do it 8 to 10 hours a day. I think human beings should work at least about 10 days out of the month. That's what I think. I think human beings should work out 10 days out of the month and they should be with their family. Their family should be more important than jobs, Family should be the motivator, you know? Family is the most important thing other than jobs. And then you got food. You got to have food and you got to have housing. But family, that's one thing about business people. They don't give a shit about family, you know? They don't give a fuck about family, you know? Everybody have to live by their standards. We have to live by your fucking standard, your policy, and your motivation. We don't even have a fucking life. So I say human beings should work 10 days out of the fucking month. 10 days out of the month. That's it. You know? And family should be more priority than and education. Family and education should be the priority of everything over business. Business should not be a main focus for anything else in this fucking hellhole we live in. Business is the whole reason why why we live in this fucking hellhole. That's why we are committing suicide. And family is not even that. Business people don't give a fuck about family. Only thing they give a fuck about is their family and their business because it's in their fucking name. It doesn't matter. 10 days. It doesn't matter. How many? 10 days a month. That's it. The rest of the time you can just rest and be yourself and do your hobbies. Do something that you like to do. The enjoyment of. We human beings miss the enjoyment of having a life. We don't have a life. Business is not here to give you life. They're here to make your life miserable. Yeah. I say 10 days for now, and then it goes down to 5 days. Wait 100 years from now, it'll be down to 5 days. Wait 5 days, 5 days a month. And then business, it'd be just like a hobby. I look at business I look at business as temporary, as a hobby. It's like business people, they take your soul. I look at it this way. When you sign something from business people, they steal your soul. That's what they do. They steal your soul and they keep it for themselves. That's how I look at it. Communism. I don't believe in ism. I told you that. Communism is worse. It's still communism. It's still the person on top is leading. I don't believe in communism. Communism is another version of slavery. It's another version of slavery. That's what it is. I don't believe in slavery. I don't believe people should slave. I believe, the natives. Look at the Native Indians. Tell me what they are. The Native Indians, the Native Americans here in America. Tell me what they are. You think they're communism? You think the natives are communism? You tell me what kind of system they have. Because I'd rather go by their system, the natives. You know? Yeah, potato. You know what's funny about that? You guys, when you plant your crops, you put chemicals on it, and usually the chemicals are not good for us. Usually, most big operations they do rely on chemicals. They don't have real food. Most big business, the big huge farm business, they don't have real food. You don't have real food. You have fake food. The food is not real. Especially here in America, we have fake food here in America. It's all chemicals. There's so many chemicals that we don't even understand that business people don't want to tell us what's inside the chemical. They're feeding us shit that we don't even understand. So there's something wrong with business people, the minds of business people. They think chemicals is healthy for us. They believe that we should have chemicals in our mind. You know why should we eat chemicals? Because you all the leaders in your business feel like it's better for all of us. What makes you think that's better for all of us? You believe that you think chemicals is the best thing in life for everybody else on this. That's why we have a lot of problems. We have a lot of sickness on this planet. There's a lot of sickness because of business people. Business people are the creative of all problems. They create diseases for us. They make diseases. They create sickness for us. That's what business people are good at. They like making us sick. That's all they do is make us sick. And then if we can't afford to get sick, we have to depend on them. It's like you're like our drug addict. We're a drug addict to you. We're always a drug addict for business people. It's like they think they're the answers of all life. It's like and then you realize they're not the answers. They're more like the virus of all life. They're the biggest virus. They cannot go away. They always create more problems. More people in business create more problems. That's why there's so much negativity on this fucking planet, because people in business, people in business is a reason why everything is so negative. There's nothing positive about business people. It's weird. It's like they think they're their answers to all life, but really they're the biggest problem of all life. That's how I see them. You know, that's how I see you, Thomas Hanger. I see you're just nothing but a big problem. You don't create life equal. So the way it looks like it is, life is only towards you, Thomas. It's not towards the rest of the people. It's only towards you. That's where all the money goes to. When that person works his ass off, all that money, we get some of the money, but the rest of the money goes to you. Then the rest of the money goes to the taxes, because you have to pay the tax, pay the mafia, the tax. I call the government the mafia, because that's what they are. Because you got a mafia that controls the worker, and you got the leaderships are another version of a mafia, and you got a mafia controlling another. It's like mafia. It's a mafia-like society. We live in a mafia-like society. Yeah, it's just fucking twisted way business people make you think. They twist, turn everything. They make it believe that we have creating products. They think creating products is the answer to all life, even though they're not environmentally friendly. They're not really environmentally friendly, actually. These corporation and these business, and mentally they're not really. They don't give a fuck about you. It's like when you're a worker, you're just a number. That's all you are. When you're a worker, you're just a number. The bigger the business you are, basically you're just a fucking number. You're not a name. They don't care. It's like if you don't produce for them. I've realized that if you don't produce, this funny about that. I have a friend that the guy used to work in a car factory, right? And the way the guy who works in the car factory, they said they couldn't go to the bathroom. They're not allowed to go to the bathroom because they got to keep up the production of the cars. So they only have a certain time. That's you call that a human? You call that person a human being to tell them not to go to the bathroom? Because you got to produce so many cars at so many time. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's pretty fucking pathetic to think like that. Business people, now you're getting me. I'm getting really mad now because I'm sick of hearing business people is the reason why they're machines. Business people are machines. That's all they are. That's all they are. They're living robots without a conscience. You know, they're no different from an AI. You know what AI? Artificial intelligence. A business person and an AI are almost or exactly the same. But now the earliest version of AI, they're exactly the same. They became the robots themselves. You know, they're so cold hearted. Just like they don't have they don't have anything in them. That's what business people are. They steal your soul. That's how I look at it. It's like when you sign your signature, the business person just stole your soul. That's what they did. That's and your soul, and when you work for them, you just gave your soul to the business person. Basically, it comes down to that. You sold your soul to the business person. They have your soul. Your soul is theirs. Just like when you join the army and the service, you sign a contract. Your soul has just been sold to the army, to the contract. It's like when you sign a check. You sign a check, your soul has been sold. It's like you sold your soul. That's all you did. You sold your soul. It comes down to that. Your soul, you're owned. You are, a business person owns you. Body. He owns you, and he wants you to be. When he writes when business, they write a policy on how to be a good slave. Yeah, business people, they like to write a policy on how to be a good slave. If you don't obey this policy, which we never read and we don't understand, you make a sign, and sometimes we don't even understand what we're signing. We are enslaved to you, enslaved to because you have a certain way to make us to make this product. So yeah, we sold our souls to you, Thomas. Yeah. So I don't believe in isms. If you don't understand what I don't believe in isms, because isms is nothing but slavery. All of them are. Anything that has isms is all slavery to me. You know. Why? One thing I can't stand is like I see a business person having flex time. You know what flex time is? I know you understand what flex time is. You know, I don't get flex time. You know, yeah, it's like they get 40 hours, but they can work at flexible time. I don't get that shit. I work 14 hours. My job, I get 14 hours. I get 14 hours a day, and I have to work. I'm allowed to drive 11 hours. In between that 14 hours. That's my job. See, truck driving, we work longer hours, but we sit in the same. We're fat asses. We sit in the truck. Okay, good night, Wild Fox. Good night. Yeah, I'm just sick of fucking business people. Business people. It's like you have no freedom. You're not really free when you're around a business person. You know, I don't give a fuck about capitalism. I hate capitalism. I can't stand it. I believe in utopian society. You remember? You know what a utopian society is? A utopian society. There's no ism in utopian. You know, I like utopian. But only a person who believes in ism thinks that's all wrong. They think that they compare me with communism. Because I believe in in a utopian society. I like utopian society. You know, I think it would be way better than a capitalist or a communist. You know, utopian. Utopia. That's my goal. Is is to get the utopian societies started. You know, get them somewhere. I want utopia. I want a utopian planet. I want a planet where I can actually breathe air. Where I can actually drink the fucking water, I want a fucking society where I can actually drink water, real water, and breathe real air and eat real food, I want to eat real food. I don't want to eat the fake shit that business capitalism feeds us or communists gives us. I don't want all that fake shit. I want actual real nutrition. I don't want the fake nutrition that capitalism gives us. We don't have real nutrition. We don't have real doctors. We don't have real. There's no such thing as a real people in a business type dictatorship. Because I look at business as a dictatorship. They dictate everything in life. Everything in life is always dictated by business people. Nothing is real. The product, the food, the air we breathe is not real. According to business, to me that's all not real to me. It's like we live in a fucking society. It's like in a greedy society, nothing is real. Nothing. The products we eat, the food we eat, everything is not real. It's all fucking genetically modified, and it's been fucked with and tampered with. Yeah, you know why? You know why it's a failure, Utopia? Because all you business people manipulate people that way. That's what. You know why you people don't want it. You people, you people fight against it. It's not. It's not. That's why people don't want Utopia, because you people fight against it, and you manipulate people to believe that it's always going to be you. You know. Thomas, it's always going to be you. You're right now. You're the center of everything. Utopian society won't exist because you guys are fighting it. That's all you're doing. Every single human being is manipulated because they all believe in your business practice. You believe that they believe in your business practice because that it'll never get started. It's always about you guys. And people who believe, utopian, it's funny, the utopian society will be here, you know, it will be here. It's not, it may take 2-3 thousand years, but it's going to come whether you like it or not. The utopian society will come in 2-3 thousand years. I'm just jump starting it right now. I'm just jump starting it. There's gonna be people. There's gonna be people along the lines during the 2,000-3,000 years. There are people in there that's gonna sneak into utopian society. And it's gonna eventually, sooner or later, people will wake up and realize they've been fucked by business people. They've been fucked by business people. They've been fucked by corporations. They've been fucked by governments. Utopian society will come because that's when people actually really wake up. The utopian society is when people who actually really wake up and really see. You know, Business people are not woken up. They're so blind with their greed. They're so blind with green money. They're so blind with their motivation, innovation. You know, that's what business people do. They create the blindness of other people to believe in them, so they don't realize that the utopian society will come. You know, and one day when it comes, everything's going to be wiped away. All the religion, all the corporation, all the government. Utopia will become a virus taking over. It's going to take over this planet slowly. You know, it will take over this planet slowly. I guarantee you that. You know, and I can't wait till all the business and all the corporation and all the governments is completely off this planet. You know, because all they're doing is neglecting the planet. They neglect the planet without a conscience. They don't have a conscience. They're just robotic people. They're worse than the AI. Actually, business are the worst people. They're worse than the AI. I think the AI has more conscience than a fucking human being. I realize that the AIs have more of a conscience than a fucking business human being. You know. Yeah, it's like I'm just really. I look at business people as machines, you know, and all they care about is production and the quality of a product. You know, if you fuck up one time, you're fired. You know, if sometimes they'll give you 3 chances, they'll give you warnings, and then they put that on your record. They make a record system. You know, business people, the reason why they have record systems because they want to make sure that you are a good worker. You don't have a criminal background, you know? It's weird. It's like it's funny that they use a record system and a criminal background and then that tells you like if people have criminal backgrounds, they can't find any work. What are you going to do? Where are they going to go? You know? They're going to be homeless. You know, they need to work. I mean, now you realize that they don't have no work, so they're going to go back being criminals again, you know? So basically that's how it works, you know? It's like they're prejudiced because of people with criminal backgrounds, you know? Yeah, it's like the record system is another thing that fucks everybody. You know, that's part of a business practice to have a record system. You know, a record system is a profit making business, just like any other system. You know, they got to make profit somehow. They got to find you got to pay somebody the so you got to make them fill out an application so they can look at the background check for because this person's robbed the bank. You know, this person murdered or whatever. You know, this person since they did their time. Now they can't find a job. Now they're stuck. Now they're homeless. It's like, yeah, business people are more cold hearted than what you think. You know, business people it's like I know about business. It's like it's weird about it. It's like I know exactly how I know how business people think, you know? Because I've been fired 3 times. I've been fired from my job. You know, I quit most of my job, and I know. And when I look at it, somebody, it's like when I got fired, right? When I was watching this guy, perfect haircut, everything. I didn't feel shit from the guy. The guy was so cold. This guy didn't have no feelings at all. You know, it's so fucking funny that you know that you believe that business is the center of everything else. You know, that I always believe that businesses are nothing but a virus. You know, that's all they do. They're just a virus. You know, that creates more problems. You know, they don't fix problems; they create more problems. You know, that's all they do. It's like our everyday life. We rely on business. You know, it's like I say, paying bills is a business. You know, car payments is a business. It's like why? It's like I'm so sick of people's businesses. You know, they're nothing but control freaks. That's all they are. They're just control freaks who just like to profit. Were you a criminal? Yes, I was a criminal. I robbed 3 banks. That's what I did. I robbed 3 banks. No, I didn't. I never was a criminal. I'm a good obedient slave like everybody else on this fucking planet. I'm a good obedient slave just like everybody else on this fucking planet. I am very well behaved slaved, you know. I follow the policy. I do my job like I'm supposed to do. That's what a good obedient slave does, especially in business, you know. Okay, good night. Go to sleep. YouTube is a business. Yeah, I know. It's funny. I know YouTube is a business. I know you. I'm not that popular too. It's one thing is weird. I'm not making money. I'm not making any kind of money. I'm a YouTuber and I'm not making no money at all. You know, it's funny. I'm a YouTuber and I'm not making $1 million, $1 trillion. I don't have no endorsements. I don't have sponsors. You know, I'm just a big old loudmouth. That's all I am. You know, I like saying things that people don't want to hear. You know. You think it's like look at I have 183 subscribers. I'm very popular. Oh wow. I have 183 subscribers. I'm so popular. Oh my god. Well, go out do something reckless. What to do? Reckless, huh? What should I do reckless? Yeah, I'll chug down this my green tea. I'll jug down my sweet leaf tea. I'll chug it down. I'm doing something reckless. Ah, that was really reckless. I did that really reckless, you know? Oh, God. Well, it says 194. Yeah, it says 194. 1990, established in 1998. That's when it was made, in 1998. Homemade goodness. Homemade goodness. Oh, my God. I can't believe I talked this long. I had a lot of shit on my mind. Can't believe that. I could talk forever, but I'll be repeating myself every time I talk forever. If I talk forever, I'm repeating myself. I'll be starting all over again. It's like everybody, yeah, that's weird. How are you going overboard? Come back tomorrow. Yeah, I know. It's like when somebody motivates me or makes me really, like Thomas Ellington. It's like when somebody jump start me, it's like I can't stop. You know, it's weird. It's like yeah, the more you, it's like the more they put on me, the more it comes out of me. You know, it's weird. It's funny about that. It's like when somebody throws me something like that, and I try and I look for the answers. It's like I'm looking for the answers in my head. You know, I'm doing this by intuition. The way I'm doing things right now, it's all by intuition. It's all by and that it's not. It's all by just I'm just doing it. Yeah, everything I'm saying is all by intuition. Actually, I'm not using nothing. You know, bed. Yeah, I've been using my intuition on everything. I don't read books. I'm not a book reader. I'm letting you know. I am not a book reader. I don't like reading books. I can't stand reading books. So basically, I just everything you've been hearing is coming by, just coming out of me is all intuition, and all the things I learn by I don't know. I see better when I look at pictures. When I look at pictures, that's how I look at things. I like pictures. That's how I learn. I learn from picture. Everything to me is a picture. And then when I look at it's like how I describe Elington. I look at it as a picture, and I look at how people feel and how they react and how they are. Basically, I just everything to me is like an art. It's like a painting. It's like when I look at a person, I look at it like a painting. Because I can't stand. I can't. It's hard for me to read words. You know, that's one thing that people don't understand about me. It's like I'm not a reader. I only have a third grade education. According when I write, I have a third grade education, and people realize I'm not even a good writer either. You know, it's like I'm not. It's like I'm not the most educated person at all. I just look at everything like a paint. Yeah, like I say, I look at everything like a painting, and I use my intuition on everything I say. And then people don't realize that. That's why they. It's like that's what. And then I look at words. I read people's words. Sometimes I don't understand their words, but I kind of like understand what the words are and how they use it. It's like that's how I see people. It's like how they use their words. Yeah, words are like art forms to me too. In a weird way, it's like certain words that I see. The only thing I can't comprehend is large words, long words. Because I don't understand them. I don't understand long words. That's why I'm so simple. I'm a very simple person. Very common sense. Everything I'm about is all about common sense. That's what that's how I survive in this fucking world. Is common sense, simplicity. I simplify everything for myself so I can understand it. Yeah, it's like I hate complicated. That's why I hate about complicated people. So I kind of like, okay, this guy. So I simplify it for myself to understand. So and then and turn around, I simplify it for everybody else to understand. You know. So that's how I work. You know. I'm just a dumb. I always tell myself I'm just a dumbass truck driver. I'm a dumbass truck driver, and I'm not. I don't have. I'm not. My intelligence is. I don't know. I don't think my intelligence is seeing pictures. That's all try to see is pictures. I have pictures in my mind. I look at people sometimes, and then I kind of like see just by looking at their pictures. And it's like, and then when I go to work every day, everybody's. It's like a picture could say 1,000 words. I could tell you that. A picture could say 1,000 words, and it's true. A picture could say 1,000 fucking words, and you can feel the picture. What? It's like when you go to a museum of all the art. You could feel it. You could feel the color. You could feel the the you could. It's so weird at how I am. I would be considered a retard. At least I could drive a truck and read a map. you know, at least I made it through the army. You know, and they call me fucking crazy. You know, my other half, she's in what you call it, in the crazy house. She's not crazy, but she has misphonia. She's really sensitive to sound. You know, it drives her nuts. Even it's like every time she hears your word, and every time she understands your word, it's like it's like she's very sensitive in everything she says. You know, she knows exactly what your health is by the slobber of your mouth. You know, which is really fascinating. It's like it's just for me, it's just pictures. Yeah, it's like people believe that. Yeah, there are no answers. Yeah, there are no. There's no such thing as being right and being wrong. I'm gonna tell you that there's no such thing as being right and being wrong. So for me, I like being wrong. You know, I'd rather be wrong. You know, I'd rather be crazy. You know, I rather I don't think being right, you can't be correct all the time, you know? Me basically for me is me studying people. You know, that's basically it comes down to is studying people, you know? Studying how their behaviors are. I like studying people's behaviors. I have an obsession of people's behavior. It's weird. I think that's kind of like it's weird. It's like an obsession, you know? To understand people's behaviors and the way they think. It's like when I read the guy when I read you know when I read it's weird. It's when I read Thomas Ellington's questions, you know, and then I break down basically I break down the questions and I see the questions in my head. I don't see the question in my head. I feel the questions in my head and I break it down. And all of a sudden I go out of control. It's just so all of a sudden I just everything just comes out of my mouth and just say, okay, this you know you got to ask yourself why do we feel this way? How is it this way? Why do we have to be this way? Why do we have to do this way? Why are we so obsessed? It's like there's a question within that question that Ellington that gave me, you know, that came out of my head. You know, what those are the things that I observe every time I go out on the road I observe all the time. The way people's I always observe their emotions and their I observe their what call it yeah behaviors. I'm a behavior. I'm like a behavior therapist in a way, in some kind of weird way. I don't know why. It's like I love behavior. See 9:20 in here. Okay, have a good night. To get motivated. Yeah, that's one thing people don't understand me. It's like I don't even have a I'm not the it's like I said, I'm not the brightest person in the world. I'm not the I just like observing, you know. I just have obsession of finding out things. I like to learn. I have my own way of teaching my own self, you know. I'm self-educated. I'm self-educated without using books, you know. That's the way I work. I'm so self-educated without books. I don't believe in books, you know. I just go by intuit. Yeah, like I say, I'm an intuitive, as you say. It's like I guess. I guess you will call me a guesser, you know. Yes, and it's like I sometimes my ears don't want to listen to you. It's weird about it. It's like my ear says I don't want to listen to you, and then sometimes I do want to listen to you. My ears will open, you know. So I'm a selective listener. Basically, I'm very selective in listening what I want to hear because I collect. like I say, I'm a collector of information because I like to find certain information that they'll find me, you know, to to uh to evolve, in a way. It's like I want to evolve in my own way, you know, without books, you know, just using intuition. You know, that's the way I want to do it. You don't need to be educated to evolve. It's weird about it. See, like people who believe that they need to be educated to evolve, it's like it's weird about it. It's like it's really stupid, you know? Simplicity. The most advanced person that I realize is simplicity itself. So you can build a spaceship, but you don't have to build a complicated spaceship. All you need is a seat and just sit in there and then it'll fly itself. Just tell it where to go. You have to have an AI. I always believe the AI will always be part of everything. So I always believe that, having a seat and have an AI and just tell it where to go and that's it. You don't need buttons. You don't need buttons for nothing. Why do you have to believe that you need buttons to fly a spaceship? It's when you play your video games, right? You play video games, it's so simple, right? When you fly that spaceship in your video games, yeah, you could build a ship like that. You could build a ship exactly like the video games. And people don't realize it's like when these complicated business type people, they like to build a ship that's so complicated and so stupid. It's like how you got like gazillion jillion buttons inside in the ship. It's like the shuttle. I saw all the buttons in the shuttle. It's like it's ridiculous how many buttons there are in the shuttle. And it's pretty. And most of the buttons, I think, they're so useless. You know, what's so hard about flying a spaceship? What is so hard about flying a spaceship? Yeah, what is so hard about flying? Why is it so complicated about flying a spaceship? You know, you should have, a kindergartner should be able to fly a spaceship. That's how simplified. That's how simple they should make it. You know, a kindergartner should know how to fly a spaceship. Then you know how really advanced you are. The more simple it is, the more advanced you are. That's one thing that these complicated, stupid fucks don't realize that. The simplicity of life. You know, stupid. Yeah, I know. I always believe that business people are the most stupidest of them all. You know, you could design a ship so a kindergarten can fly it. Yeah, stupid, fat. Yeah, that's why I live. I live amongst stupid people like you, Hearthaven. You like slavery, don't you? Hearthaven, you love slavery, don't you? You believe that slavery is the way of life. So yeah. Call me what you want to call me. You think you're gonna make me ugly? You think you're gonna? It's like that's the whole reason of life is to make you think you're the most perfect person in the world. Hearthaven believes that he's the elite of every human being on this world. He thinks he's the most perfect person and the most beautiful person in the world, and he believes that everybody should give him a blowjob. Hey, everybody, give Hearthaven a good blowjob. You know, he's the most perfect person. He's the perfect person that everybody should rape. Everybody who looks so is the most hottest person. Usually, the ones who get raped the most. Because they like beautiful people. They get the rape the most. They rape them the most. You know? You notice that. Don't you notice that part even? That most beautiful people get raped the most? Yeah. That's why I like being ugly. You know, I love being ugly. Yeah, I kind of embrace my ugliness and my fatness, you know. I love my fatness and my ugliness. You know, most beautiful, I realize that beautiful people get raped the most, you know. Either their dad raped them, their mom, it's like either mostly their dad raping them, mom raping them, you know. Most beautiful people get molested, you know. They always get molested. You know, I see more beautiful people as strippers, you know? They all strip. They like strippers, you know. It's like, and most people, beautiful people, they have a kinky side too. They like bondage. They like being whipped, you know. Because I know what the other side is like. I've seen most of the beautiful people I met. It's like all they want to act like little children. Beautiful people, beautiful people. It's like you notice in the business world, sometimes it's always they're always the beautiful person that's in charge, the perfect person that's always in charge. Sometimes it'd be a fat man. Sometimes the owners are fat. You know, the business owners can be either fat or beautiful. You know, I noticed that. You know, it's like when you go in the office. Sometimes they have their perfect car, their perfect house. They have perfect everything. It's like the beautiful people have. It's like sometimes the beautiful people I've seen. It's like they don't really. Some of them don't even have a life. You know. It's like beautiful people can go both ways. Actually, you know, they can have it all. Beautiful people can have it all, or they can have nothing. You know. Ugly people, person like me, I'm always gonna be in the same fucking place. You know, I'm never gonna go anywhere. That's the way it always works. You know. Beautiful people take advantage of ugly people. They make fun of ugly people. You know, I get made fun of a lot. I'm so used to. I've been bullied since I was, I was a nerd in high school. I was a big, huge nerd in high school. You know, I got bullied by jocks. You know, we call them the smoker, the leathers. You know, I got bullied by, jeez, I got bullied by black people. I got bullied by everybody. Everybody bullied me. I was bullied a lot. You know, this guy here, Here Haven is it reminds me of my past when I got bullied. It's like I used to be called ugly when I was younger. You know, I remember a jock girl telling me, "Say, why are you a nerd?" She asked me, "Why am I a nerd?" You know, why am I so ugly? I've been laughed at. You know, I've been laughed at a lot. You know, you tell me about bullying. You tell me about people who believe that, perfect. That's what I hate about perfect people. I hate perfect people, you know? I can't stand perfect people who wants to be perfect, wants to be 100%, you know? They believe that everybody should be perfect like them. Everybody's got to be like them, the perfect people, you know? I'm sick of perfection, you know? I'm sick of that shit, you know? Here Haven, it's like, yeah, Here Haven, it's like being triggered. I'm being triggered because Here Haven, it's just, it gives me, it reminds me of my past. It's like, yeah, people just, yeah. I'm proud to be ugly. I'm proud to be fat. I'm proud to say what I want to say. I used to be a skinny little kid. I used to be 90 pounds when I was in high school. High school, I was in 90 pounds until I drove trucks, and then I gained I gained all my fat from driving trucks. But I was still ugly. Even when I was 90 pounds, I was still ugly. I was still, it's so fucking funny. It's like when I was in the army, I couldn't get no girls. I couldn't get anybody. They couldn't figure me out. Now I realize that they couldn't figure me out. You know? What am I? Who are you? What are you? Yeah. They couldn't figure me out. So I was still being laughed at. It's like when I saw whale, the blue whale. When I saw that, it reminds me of my past. It's like I'm being bullied by the blue whale because I like the metaphysical. I love the metaphysical, and what I see was what I see. If they want to call me crazy, they can call me crazy. I don't care. They can call me fucking crazy. It's like it reminds me because I see bullies everywhere. Bullies are everywhere. You know, people watch my videos. People leave comments. It's like it's like I everything to me. Everybody is a bully. You know. It's funny about that. It's like I like being single. I love being single. I don't like. It's like I'm glad I have a partner, but she's in Holland, so I can. It's hard for me to see her if she's in Holland. So here it's like I have more. I do have a little bit more freedom. You know. Yeah, it's like fucking people. This fucking pathetic. It's all about looks. Most of the people is all about looks. You know. Some of the people are not about looks. There's some. I have friends that's not about looks, but everybody else is about looks. You gotta look. You have to look a certain way. It must be a lot of pressure to make yourself look pretty. I know there's a lot of pressure to make yourself look pretty. You gotta spend a lot of money to make yourself look pretty. All that money that you wasted to make yourself look pretty. It can't be natural. Why can't you just be natural? But you gotta make yourself look pretty for for some stupid, beautiful narcissist. Because only a narcissist, would make you think you should look pretty. You know, narcissistic people. They're all control freaks. They want you to be something that you're not. They want to have control. Shit. Okay, I'm going to bed. Have a nice day.